Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing Diamond Select Toys' newly released Marvel Select Iceman figure, which is available now. He comes packaged on a blister card with a wraparound cover there, and you have the Iceman name right on front, the Marvel Select logo, the X-Men logo on front. On the side, you have an image of the figure. And on the back, you have an additional image of the figure showcasing both the head sculpts and the interchangeable belts, which we're going to be taking a closer look at. And here is a description. Also, a special thank you to Diamond Select Toys for sending Iceman along for review. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to open this up now, and let's take a closer look. Here's your in-hand look at Iceman. He comes in translucent plastic, and that's light blue and white. So you're able to see the joints where he's articulated throughout the sculpt. On camera here, you should be able to see those joints, and we're going to be taking a closer look at that. He comes with interchangeable parts, and on this one, right out of the packaging, he comes with that really nicely big metallic silver belt and belt buckle, which is wrapped around his torso there. Here is a closer look at that. This head sculpt has some hair and a little bit of a white wash right there on top. Decent facial details as well. Lips are painted in what looks like metallic blue. Here is a closer look at the back of the head. Here's a look at his interchangeable head sculpt, which is bald, and a look at his X-Men belt. The belt is painted, and a little bit of sloppy deco there, which is probably ice. So, deco, so there is that. See how it's bleeding into the belt buckle itself. And the head sculpt, it is a darker shade of blue. Nicely done facial details though. And again, this one is bald, so unlike the other one, this one has no hair on his head. Here's a look at the other side and everything. Iceman includes a handful of accessories. The largest is the fantastic sled base, which is just amazing. We're going to be taking a closer look at that. There's also two stands that plug into the sled base. We're also going to be taking a closer look at that. I know it wasn't quite clear with DST. I reached out to them and found out what the story was as far as that. So we're going to be covering that in depth in a few moments. He also includes interchangeable arms, 3 total, 2 for the right, 1 for the left, the extra head sculpt, and interchangeable belt. Here's a closer look at the ice sled. This has a lot of really awesome detail on here, especially the paint applications. A lot of sculpted detail as I'm turning it around. You can see that. Very nicely done paint washes in particular. Here is a look at this side. So on here, there are a couple of pegs for his feet right then and there. And there's also a couple of holes for the acrylic stands. One is right there and one is right there. That's what you're going to be plugging into. And I'm going to show you guys that. Hopefully you're able to see that on camera here. That's where that is. They're kind of hidden, so it is kind of hard to tell. Here's another look at the detail and everything on here. Very nicely done. Here is a look at the bottom. Here's a look at Iceman on his ice base. This is how you set it up with those acrylic stands. As I said, there are holes on the base. Well, there's also holes on the other side of the interchangeable arms. And this is where it's located, right where it's plugged into. It was a little hard to find it on the camera, so that's why I'm showing you guys this way. And here it's where it plugged right into the base. On the other side, it's going to be done the exact same way, right on the other underside of the arm. Just picking this up very carefully, right there, and plugged into the base. Again, there's also pegs for his feet to stand on the base, so I just went ahead and put his feet in there. The point of this is to get the arms to face the sled, and that is what I've done here. He uses his power to create more ice so he can keep sliding forward, and that is what this recreates. Here's a look at Iceman on the ice base with the interchangeable arms, with his interchangeable bald head, and I'm just showing you guys the setup with this particular head. I left the X-Men belt buckle on there. Here's a look at it from all sides. Here's a look at his other right interchangeable arm. This one has ice spikes, which stick out, as you see there. And there's a little bit of white wash around the blades, which are very nicely done. Here is a closer look at that. And here's a look at the other side. Iceman is also fully articulated, including a ball-jointed head. Good range of motion there. Ball hinge shoulders, swivel hinge elbows, swivel hinge wrists, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips, swivel thighs, swivel hinge knees, and hinged and rocker ankles. Here's a comparison of the X-Men. I do not have Jean or Cyclops, but here's a look at the other characters: Wolverine, Beast, Psylocke, Colossus, Nightcrawler, obviously Iceman, Gambit, and Rogue. Also, here's a comparison of Marvel's Fire and Ice. The Human Torch from the Fantastic Four and Iceman of the X-Men are together at last in Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select line. Overall, Iceman is a fantastic figure that you really need to add to your collection. He is an essential member of the X-Men, and he would make a great addition to any Marvel collection. Thank you again to Diamond Select Toys for sending along for review. That's greatly appreciated. I am Anthony Scott at toyhypeusa.com. Check out our sponsors before you buy. A number of them have them in stock, so make sure to click off those links before you buy. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more coverage and reviews.